Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on... No, we're just gonna do that the whole time. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Baron and John over on YouTube. Sarge Smash, welcome. RPG Man. Guess what? Sarge Smash. And Deoxer, hey, how's it going? Okay, so here's the lowdown. As you can see, the giveaway thing is still over my head. Today, thanks to the generosity of Sarge Smash, he decided to pass on his win. So we will be re-spinning. We will be re-spinning for a new winner today, using all of your old entries, and I'll even give you this one last chance to get extra entries in. So he won previously, and he felt a little guilty, I guess. I mean, he's here, so I can let him explain his own motivations. But he asked me to do that, so I'm more than happy to oblige. I think we owe Sarge Smash a depth of gratitude for allowing us to do a respin here. That's very kind of him. So we are gracious. We are full of gratitude. And best of luck to the other winner today, whoever that winds up being. We will find out shortly. I will draw that later on today. So I've got Ravaging Justice, hello, and RPG Man, I've got your entries. We will be using the entries today as well as all the previous entries, and we will have a new winner for the 8-bit do controller. And then, maybe later on in the week we'll announce something else. Some other good thing to do the stuff. Okay, so we're cool here. You just wish you'd been. I wish you'd been on stream too. It made me look real stupid. No, I'm just kidding. City of Xanadu, Shrine of Kulin. Today is a holiday, so the kids are home. I don't have to rush off. So, hey, Obrimbo, you're back. Guess who's back? Guess again. Obrimbo's back. Or maybe it's Obrimo. I think I'm saying Obrimbo, but it's Obrimo or Obrimo. Baron, I got you, and Obrimo, I got you too. We are doing a respin, so good luck to everybody today. Now let me get all of the paraphernalia up here so we can see what it is that we need to do here with propane and propane accessories. And we're going to take a look at our map, because if there's a place you want to go... No, we're not going to do that. The map skis. Map. Where's the map? It is going to be right here. Okay, so we finished the Ryan Sea. We finished Fort Shulamana last time, and we got the Mystic Armband. The Shrine of Kulin is next. We need to defeat the boss Luverlon, as described in the walkthrough. What does that mean? Return to Kulin to get the Grail. So, what's special about the Shrine of Kulin boss that we need to do? It says, as in the walkthrough, but I'm not sure what that means. Linguistic Dragon is here! Oh! It could... How's it going, my CRPG friend? The ogres and the battling is going good. Well, there are no ogres in this game, so little false advertising. But there is the March of the Black Queen, so there you go. Shrine of Kulin is next, indeed. Is that the trick? Sign up and run? Oh, sign up and run. Yes. The Grail is one of the mystery treasures there. Oh, yeah, you got the JRPG guide. Eternal Luverlon is weak against fire. One townsperson sells a Boleus axe. So, do I need to do anything unique? Like, do I need to fight General Luverlon with any particular character or anything like that? Or what? Maybe it's not ogre as much as this is ogre. Well, it's actually it's interesting how this game handles the notion of ogres. There's a legendary ogre battle that did take place, and well, you know what? We'll save those guys. And it's kind of like they're reenacting, bringing back this notion of like a devastating apocalyptic battle. Josh Pritt, let me get you in here. We are doing a re-spin later today. Linguistic Dragon, you haven't been around for a while, so let me tell you about this too. We are doing a giveaway. We did have a winner last time. They decided to do a re-spin, so we're giving away this 8-bit do controller. This is wireless Bluetooth or wired. You can use it on a variety of different devices. So if you'd like to enter, you know how to do it. It's right there above my bouncing little head on screen. No special character interaction? Okay. Well, that's good. Trogdor. Oh, y'all are old. Nah. I love the pot calling the kettle black type stuff. You know, it's funny to me. Sanders, we don't really have a ton of like good units here. I mean, like high alignment units, but we do what we can. We collectively, as in me included. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm, you know, being unfair here or anything like that. My back does hurt. Man rushed to hospital after sleeping wrong last night. Pretty much. I mean, that's about as accurate as it gets, I think. You know? It's just, it's a hard knock life for us. So there's only 3, like, visible? But, what is that? That's nothing. But I'm sure there's like, secret stuff lying around. So I'm going to look at the map here pretty soon. Just started on Paladin's Quest Lennis. Oh, nice. Cool. Are you going through the whole thing? Oh, my goodness. Studs here. How's it going? I thought I heard a motorcycle pull up. And then he gets out. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. How's it going, stud? I've heard tell tale of a gamer whose games amongst us. Whom games? You had me. You got me. A gamer whom games amongst us fellow gamers. What they do is game. Good morrow to the Wellward Mage and crew. Oh, I don't have one of these. Good morrow to you, Stud Muffin. And Major Rage is here as well. Hey, fellas, let me tell you. We're doing a redraw on our giveaway, so you can get one last entry in today. Sarge Smash, who won on Friday, decided to pass on his win. He decided that he hates me. He doesn't want anything from me or to do with me. So, no, just kidding. He's a nice guy that decided to offer a respin. You sneezed yesterday and hurt your shoulder? I mean, that's not funny, but I'm sorry to hear it. I am sorry to hear it. Okay, let me look at the map here. We need the Kulin Shrine map. Here we go. A bunch of treasures and stuff. A hoopty fruit. Oh, is this that's a Hitchhiker's reference right there.
It is I who would win, said Stout Muffin, while he flexed his pecs. Only I shall be able to seek victory today.
We're all doing well, doing good. I had a fantastic weekend. Yesterday made some beef shoulder, and we had that with homemade pupusas. That was good. That was really good. So we had some leftover just now. Made some sunny side up eggs with a runny yolk, leftover pupusas, and then I chopped up the beef and fried it real fast with onion and mushrooms. Ugh. Oh, so good. Yes, Josh Pritt. I got you. I do got you. Let me see. Yep, I got you in there. So you are good to go. I, Sarge Smash, will knock you all down. What a great line, by the way, too. On the island to the north is the Shrine of Kulin. It is now a fort of the Empire. General Luvalon has been stationed there. It is not a strategically important area. I wonder why the Empire is here.
Oh yes, Stud does flex his pecs. They certainly have some jiggle these days.
No, yeah, it's good to check. It is good to check. You gotta check things. Okay. Take a look at the map here. So there's stuff lying around. Lucky. Ooh, alignment up. There are many legends about the Grail in this area. If you want to know more about the Grail, go to the city of Martinique. Martinique, yeah, is on an island to the north. So I forgot which island though. Well, that's not very helpful. Okay, we'll have this guy stay here, and then this unit is gonna come up here. There should be something here, looks like. And then this unit is going to go roundabouts here. And then we'll just drop this unit there for now. This would have been a useful level for mermaids, but alas, we left the mermaid at home. Should totally leave my name in so I can laugh if we win again. Oh dang, yeah. At that point, I would head to the horse races. You know, like, 'cause you're just real lucky. You know. I would like to bet my house on the horse races. There you go, mage. That's the spirit right there. That's the spirit of conquest. So I wanted to ask this question. It's a very heavy question, so I hope you're sitting down. Okay, Ogre Battle doesn't really have ogres in it that you battle. So, you know, kind of a name that doesn't really fit. But I'm wondering then, what are some other games with titles that don't make sense, that don't fit what's in the game? What's the first game that comes to mind with a title that is not true about the game? The hilarious thing is that I've never had much luck. Well, see, this is the thing about luck, right? Is like, probability-wise, if you've had bad luck, then you're probably going to start having good luck at some, because it would be more improbable to continue to have poor luck. That's the thing. Now, stupid reputation death card. There's little reason to take this area, politically or strategically. And yet Endora has sent one of the 4 Devas here. Do you know why? There can be only one reason. Endora is after the Grail. She probably wants to use it to try to restore what is left of her empire. Smart lady. Now, I thought there was an item right here, so I'm just gonna look around. Why is it a Final Fantasy? Oh, that's, yeah. That makes sense. Ogre Battle only fits in the N64 version. I think so. I guess so. But does it have a person of lordly caliber in it? Because if it doesn't, then you still got a title that doesn't make sense. But Final Fantasy obviously is the right one, especially when you get to the more, like, you know, realistic Final Fantasy. Like, it's not called Final Realism, it's called Final Fantasy. Final photographic realism.
Since long ago it's been said that the Grail possesses amazing powers. It looks like an ordinary cup, but for some reason just looking at it calms the heart. Every time someone creates a new government, they want to use the Grail. Unfortunately, this has caused many wars throughout history.
That sucks. What else we got? There was a school-wide draw in my elementary school one year where you got entries throughout the year. The plan was to have everyone win at least one thing. At the end of the drawing, there were 11 tickets in the box. I had 11 entries in the contest. And all of them were yours? What? Lobbies to change Final Fantasy to anti-penultimate reality. I could dig. I could. Hey, this wizard is still a wizard. That kind of stinks. I might as well just replace him with something else, honestly, at this stage. If he dies, that's what I'm going to do. I was thinking Mr. Temper. Where's that guy at today? What's he doing? Oh, yeah, it's Canada. You guys don't really have a holiday today, do you? Or is it another Victoria Day? Yeah, I'm gonna change the leader here. That way, if we lose this wizard. Yeah, how come that one can't promote, huh? Huh? What's wrong with this one? It's level 23. It has alignment 36. Is that too low? Or is the charisma too low? Stupid work? It's my least favorite kind of work, is stupid work. Oh, something happened over on the Twitch skis. Let me see. Magical Fails, thanks for the resub. How are ya? A little wave to you too. I'm waving right now. Oh, look, here, I'll even do this for you. A little wave. Look, it's a dog. That's what dogs sound like. Oh, are you kidding me? So he's one alignment point away. Okay. All right. Let's do this. He's almost there. Can't believe that. I thought it was below 40. But I guess not. The Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Do you remember when you first found out that the Kraken wasn't really in Greek mythology? And then you're like, oh crap. Like that was the day my world fell apart right there. I don't know what to do with myself. I still don't know what to do with myself. Release the oh no. You know what? You should open up a plumber's business and make that your motto. What's a motto? Nothing. What's the motto for you? Hey. Got him, Pumbaa. And Simba's like, you guys are jerks. Let's see. Let's soften him up with a little magician, eh? The muses. Oh, yeah, because the thunder. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Player only love you when they're playing. Hey, Studley, Stud Muffin. I was lurking on your channel the other day. I was working and lurking. You were collabing. Looks like playing some kind of looked like Fall Guys, but on an island. I didn't recognize the game. But you were like playing with a bunch of other streamers, huh? That's pretty cool. I hope that went well. Sometimes I'll sneak into people's... I don't like them to know that I'm there. Just in case they say something about me. Then the last laugh's on them. Okay, alright. We're gonna have... That's an expensive unit. Sanders... Sararin. This is a cool unit, so we'll use Sararin here. Josh Pritt, thanks for the blue mage. I will gladly take the sip. My lord, it was Super Battle Golf. Super Battle Golf. I've not heard of that one before. Blue mages and their little faces. Nabalung Velesti? A Nibel? I don't know how to say that. DD Dragon, welcome. Guess what, DD Dragon? And anybody else who just came in. Yeah, we're doing a redraw for the winner from last week. Sarge passed it on, so we're gonna do a respin. I cut his name out like so many paper hearts. And later on today we'll do a respin, so you can get one last entry in today. I got you. It's very, very hectic when you're collaborating with like 5 people and chat flies by and you can't focus on chat. Yes. Yes. So I've never had that experience, but the closest thing though is when I was playing fast-paced action games. Like we were playing Ys 3 Wanderers from Ease here on stream. I could not look at the chat because that game's really fast-paced. Fast-paced. Not fast-placed. Don't be ridiculous. Alright, this should be a shortish map, I think. Let me see. I think he could probably stand to go get the other thing. Thought it was a red mage quirk on not being able to read chat during an action game. Have you ever streamed? Who in here has streamed before? I know Stud streams. I know Mage streams. Who else is here? Linguistic Dragon should stream. You should do CRPG streams. We got the world card. So give me a low alignment thing. San Martin has grown to be a major trading city for the Rhine Sea. Many cities around Kulin have prospered that way. Mostly without audio. Oh, okay, I got you. NAS30. Oh, then I forgot to remove it. No. Oh, so you were being a smarty, huh? You're in chat, eh? You were being a smarty. Well, guess what? Joke's on you, because you can still have a chance to get free stuff. So you still got to be nice to me. And if you're not, then my feelings will be hurt. And that wouldn't be great. That'd be so bad. Hey, so check this out. Hang on. You've heard this before. Okay, so, you've heard me play ukulele on here before, right? Welcome to your life. There's no turning back, even while we sleep. Anyways, so I just found out last night from my mom that I thought this was my stepdad's ukulele. I did not realize that my grandmother, who's been passed away for a while now, who was ancient enough to remember Pearl Harbor happening. She lived on Oahu when Pearl Harbor happened. This was her ukulele that she purchased in the late 50s. And I try to identify, there's no serial number on it. So I try to identify it as best as I could. It's either, it was produced somewhere between 1958 and 1964. And I think that's freaking amazing. It's ancient. So I'm planning to go and take it in, and hopefully they could do a little bit of restoration on it. It's not in terrible shape, but it hasn't been cleaned in a long time. And, I mean, that's a piece of history. And I had no idea that it was essentially a family heirloom. I didn't have anything from my grandmother. So I think that's super rad. I tried to clean it a little bit myself last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to mess with this. This is actual, it's made of koa, which is a type of wood that only grows in Hawaii. A very beautiful amber colored wood. So I gotta be real careful with that. Okay, let's, did I equip stuff on these guys? Let me see real quick. But I'm not really sure where to take it in locally. Does anybody have any insights into, like, where one could actually take something like that? So I did not have it appraised, but I could. I was going by a couple of the telltale signs. There are things like the logo on it, the label on it, the structure of how the neck meets the body of the instrument, and the methodology in which the tuners are attached to the head of the instrument. So a couple of those things give away a rough, like, 6-year or 7-year period of time. So I don't know. Maybe I should get it appraised. I don't plan on selling it because it is a family heirloom at this point. But I think that's really rad. Rad as heck. Okay, let's try finding... I think there's something up here. Actually, I don't even know if any of you are musicians in here or not. Do any of you play instruments? And if you have any insight onto where I could take something like that, let me know. Because that's completely out of my league. I've never had to do a restoration on an elderly instrument before. Yeah, thanks, Sarge, for giving them another chance. Oh, yeah, bring it to the Antiques Roadshow. And they'll be like, this was made in 2nd century Palestine. Oh! Should be able to unequip on the map, but it's just equip item and point to a blank space. Oh, got it. I mostly was curious just to see what... mostly curious to see like what they had equipped. Are you able to see that on the map? If not, then I'm unsure what to do here. I don't know. I kind of want to deploy another unit, but I'm not really too keen on that right now. I've seen that show a couple times. I think it's pretty neat. You know, sometimes though there will be something like, wow, that's super impressive. Like I think it was the Antiques Roadshow. Somebody brought in the original puppets from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from Rankin and Bass, and I was like, dang, how are these things still in existence? Ancient. Like the Star Fox puppets didn't even make it that long, but those did because of the magic of Christmas. That's why. What do we got on the other side of the map here? There's a handful of things. I might just snap out one more unit here and then just kind of take a peek at that on the left side of the map. Oh yeah, I've dreamt of that too. DD Dragon. I used to do a lot of dumpster diving and thrift store hunting when I was in college, just for the sheer excitement of it. Sometimes you'd find something really, really cool, but you know, there's a lot of work, so I don't do it much anymore. But there's definitely cool stuff to be found. Well, you never know. You never know. Because it could. You know, anything could happen. Before the bully instance is under 50 goth, you need money to deploy your units. Yes. It's not necessary, though, John, right? Is it necessary that I buy the bullious axe or not? I should have a few things that I could sell as well. But I've been fairly liberal with spending on this game so far, so... I definitely don't want to get to the end of the game and then run out of money. That would suck. Although I'm sure there's ways. I'm sure there's ways to earn some funds. Oh, yeah. The Muse is a demolisher of aquatic creatures. Should probably get another unit up there. Just so these high alignment units are not mucking about too much. I guess it doesn't matter too much now, though, because, like, would it matter if this unit sees a dramatic decrease in its alignment? Because they've already been all promoted and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some of the fancy goods. Dump stuff in front of the place. I've heard of spring cleaning. Yeah. I like to keep my face. I do like to keep my face fairly clean. I do like to keep my place fairly clean. Yeah, putting stuff out, you know, to see if anybody's interested in it or looking around the neighborhood. That's how I got my piano, actually. And then we'll just have come down here. Dumpster diving. I mean, just calling it that gives it a kind of mystique, you know? Okay, I don't need any of those. We're good there. Looks generally like we're pretty good. Let's see. At this point, it's just letting the game play itself out here. Yes. So for me, that was like 10, 15 years ago. Probably maybe more like 15, 20 years ago. These days, hunting garage sales, like there was a point where I could hit up a garage sale and guarantee find like NES, SNES, Genesis, some PlayStation 1 stuff. And then eventually that stopped. And then now I'll typically see like Wii U, PS3 stuff. And generally it'll always be the Just Dances, the exercise games, stuff like that. Exactly. We were talking about this before. It sucks when you go someplace and you know, like you'll go to like a retro store and there's no prices on anything. So then you go up to the register and they clearly just look it up on eBay. Like you can see the reflection of the screen in their nerdy glasses. They're like, oh, it says it's going for $10,000, so I'll ask $11,000. And I'm like, oh, come on. If I wanted to pay eBay prices, I'd just do that. There's no reason for me to walk into your store and support you as a small business if you're going to charge eBay prices, you know? Yeah, it's not. That's a line in the sand for me. If they're gonna do that, then I don't even bother. But big telltale sign if they do not have individual price tags on items. That's a big nasty nast. Hey, buried treasure. It is unpleasant. There's a guy with a huge store at flea market with a 2.1. And you're at a flea market too, you know? You're at a flea market. Come on. That's not flea market behavior. Flea market is haggle. You know, I'll give you 2 chickens for that copy of Donkey Kong Country. Something like that. That's the way to go. Right, like you expect they're not going to be like, oh, $10 and it's like Chrono Trigger, you know? But don't actively monitor like price charting. Because again, then what's the point of me buying it in person? They're charging me overhead. I could just get free shipping. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we did do some retro hunting here fairly recently. I went around around the New Year, there were some stores having sales. And there was a few good things, but a bunch of stores had stuff that was like clearly not worth anybody's time. You know, it was a lot of PS3 stuff. If they had any NES stuff, it was just like 1,000 copies of like a football game, like the same football game, or 1 billion copies of California games. That's it. So it is sad. I mean, a lot of that just doesn't exist anymore. You can't really get that same. Chickens are expensive. Well, depending on where you live, you know, there's some areas where you can just walk up and pick up a wild chicken and then take it to a store. Boom. Oh, rep up 3? Sweet.
General Uvalon is the one who killed the dragon of dragons, Baitoth. He bathed in Baitoth's blood, and that has made him invincible.
Okay, so you gotta have something dealing fire to him then. Is that what we're going with? It has to be fire damage. Oh yeah, let's take a peek here. Yes! Oh my gosh, it plummeted too. There we go. Oh no, not fighter. There we go. Thank you. Hey, good looking out, John, because that might have dropped below 10 and then we would have had the opposite problem. Okay, do I have a staff? Let me see real quick. I don't know that I do. No. I don't. Oh well. Oh yeah, magician will work for fire damage, right? Got a couple of units with some stuff for fire damage. I might have used my magician card actually. We do have like the liches and sorcerers and stuff. Yeah, I use the magician card like a dummy. Got him. That unit is seeing more than its fair share of stuff. Okay, nearly there.
Write it out.
Wizard line, ninja line, raven men, dragon line. I don't really want to set up a whole new unit. Do I have to? Is it going to be really that tough? So you're saying he could basically only take damage from fire. That's right? Because I should be able to swing that. What about the Evil Dead attack from Tiamat? Would that do it? But not as much. Okay. Hey, there's a new face. Laertus indeed? Laertus indeed. One has fire from the back row, but usually not worth it. Just let them swing the axe. That's darkness. Okay. The one is essentially Dragoon, but weak against fire. Gotcha. Gotcha. I wasn't curious. Well, yeah, because so elements in this game, you've got ice, fire, white and black, or wind, I guess, or thunder. What are the other elements in this? 5. Laertes, indeed. Thanks for joining us. Not sure if we're familiar with each other, but we're playing through every Super Nintendo RPG. Oh, the things are so good thanks to you. I want to thank you, okay? Is this a yes or no? Not really sure what to do here, because we are going for the best ending, so I'm trying to be on the careful side. Day 7 of eardrops. You know what? I have had to do that. That sucks. It really does sucks. Not a huge fan. Cold and physical count as magic schools. Physical counts as magic schools? Hit no on this. Oh, good for you. I'm actually a monk in disguise sent to test you. The best way to earn the trust of the people is to avoid evil. Thanks. So I guess that did nothing, huh? It was just like a test from the monks kind of thing. Oh yeah, heart. How could I forget about arguably the most important of the elements? Heart. By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Captain Planet, he's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0.
What's the item that they give you in exchange for some rep? That was an interesting sound. It seems odd that physical counts as magic, but like Doll Mage, Acid, Griffin, Gale, Wizard, Tornado. Oh, okay. So there's no wind thing. Because I was thinking of the Gale spell and the Tornado spell, and I was like, well, it's got to be wind. But interesting. Counts as physical. Almost think of like maybe that's like a blunt kind of damage. I don't know. That's interesting. Acid didn't cross my mind. Okay, so you can get some cash in exchange. Huh? So Laertes, indeed, tell me a bit about yourself. Are you super familiar with Ogre Battle? This is a game that you really love. I hadn't heard anybody mention the Schools of Magic before and physical. So I assume you're pretty well versed in this one. This is only my second playthrough on this lifetime. I beat it once a couple years ago and immediately wanted to replay it again. Captain Planet is an enjoyable watch. You know what's the problem, though, is you can't watch it anywhere. You have to buy, like, an expensive DVD for it. It's not streaming anywhere. I checked a couple of years ago. No, maybe last year. And couldn't find anything for it at all. So that's a bit on the unfortunate side. Let's use... we could use these up. There we go. You lost interest in the later sequels. I understand. This is the only one that I've played, personally. Really enjoy this game. Really love it. I didn't play it as a kid, so this is one that I don't have a ton of nostalgia for as far as childhood nostalgia. But I really do enjoy it. We're playing on original hardware. We're trying to have the authentic experience, you know, and that means power outages and corrupted saves and stuff like that. But so far, this cart's been really reliable, which is nice. I don't think we've had any issues. This would be the worst possible time to have an issue with this game because we're almost done with it. We've been playing it for a while. I think we're coming up on 30 weeks playing this game. Let me, because I don't want to clip that. actually, I do want to get that enemy, but I don't want to clip the boss at the top. What a cool sprite. The Lich has got an awesome looking sprite. Beautiful. Yeah, little thing. Oh yeah? Really would love to play Tactics Ogre. There are a lot. They're just hanging out there doing stuff. Really, I've got to clear the left-hand side of the map, and then we'll tackle the boss. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably try and hit him with a bunch of different units. This unit I think could do pretty well. Maybe I'll put the Halloween in the front, and then we'll put the what is that again? A Wyvern in the back. Try and get the fire attack in. In terms of unit number, though, and variation, I think that's one of the really exciting things about this game. I really love the classes on this. I think it's cool that they can promote, and every time I play it, I'm like, there's still some that I haven't used. And yeah, there are plenty that are subpar you shouldn't use, but I don't think the game's that hard to where it's like, oh, you've got to only use the best stuff in the game, you know? Okay, let me make sure I can catch this guy real quick, and then we'll go up.
Fight it out.
Oh yes, and Laertes, indeed, I also need to let you know that we are doing a giveaway. It is over on Twitch only if you have a Twitch account. But we're giving away, today's the last day for it, giving away this 8-bit Do controller, NES 30 game controller. Anybody over on Twitch, you type in !NES 30, and we will spin a wheel later on today, and everything will be better. And good luck to everybody. Let me see that. Yeah, ensure that I add those later on today to our spinny wheel. But I'm not in a rush to get all on offline today. Oh, what? You just casually replugged in the greatest system of all time? That's pretty cool. I do love me some SNES. So what's the first thing you're going to play, Jolly Jared? And thanks for joining us today. As I was just saying, we're going to do a redraw on the... oh, that's right! Okay, we're going to do a redraw on the giveaway. So if you'd like to get one last entry in today, you can. Yeah, only the greatest. There it is. So that's right, you did get a copy of Ogre Battle. So have you played through Ogre Battle before, or is this going to be the maiden voyage? You want a Resident Evil game for Switch 2? Oh, that's cool. So social media drawing? That'd be wild then if you drew a winning name on this giveaway as well. Just be loaded up on giveaways. No, I almost had him. Almost. I don't know that I can catch that. he's gonna get back in there. Played a little of the PS1 version. Cool. So I'd say, you know, there's never any shame in using a guide. This would be the one to do it, particularly if you want specific units, because some of them can be really specific in their requirements as far as you know, what stats they'll need, what items they'll need in order to change a certain thing. It's raining cats and dogs there. What state were you in again? We had a storm recently ourselves. It was pretty hefty. It was a whatnot giveaway. I don't know what that is. Well, an auction app. What? So there's an app that you can sign up that they just do giveaways on? Oh, y'all are East Coast, aren't you? I think you're getting what we had fairly recently. My goodness, there are a lot of units there.
Write it out.
Mississippi, that's right. MSSI, SSI, PPI. What's Mississippi like? Is there like are you like the only person living in Mississippi? How many people live in Mississippi? Is there patriotism from Mississippi? Like, are Mississippians like proud to be Mississippian? Well, at least I could spell the name of my state, you know? I have the Final Fantasy 3 strategy guide for the SNES. Ah, sweet. It refers to the glitch, huh? Thanks, strategy guide, for breaking the game for me. Versus the requirements for Ice Giant and Fire Giant. Yeah. So actually, it's funny you bring up the Prima guide. Indeed. So our friend here over on Twitch, DD Dragon J, took some photos of his Prima guide, and so we've been citing it for things like the map and requirements for the best ending and things like that. On a very rare occasion, there's been a couple times where it's said that there's been a treasure or a temple or a town that wasn't there. But generally, it's pretty accurate. And I think that's impressive considering, you know, it's in a pre-internet era. Yeah, patriotic about the state, too. I don't mean about the whole country. Like, is there Mississippi pride? This is an honest question. Might sound like I'm teasing you or something, but I am curious because there are some states that I've been through where, like, does anybody like it here? Obviously, state that I live in, people in Texas, right? You know, I live here right now. I'm trying to get out of here, but people in Texas are very patriotic about Texas. There's like, Texas is the greatest country in the world, and like, calm down, keep it in your cowboy hat. A lot of folks leave for better jobs. I gotcha. Yeah. I just want to get back to my Hawaii pride. I understand we closed the gap significantly. I got it. Yeah, let me see. We gotta get all the way down here and see if there's anything there. If there's not, then we'll move up to the next island. Oh, there is. Huzzah and hurrah. Okay, the next spot will be... there's a treasure. I'm not too worried about treasures right now. Oh, sun card. Hello. I do like the sun cards, so we're going to keep that. Let's get rid of... We'll get rid of the fortune card. 25 years ago, when Endora started the war, a single warrior came to this temple. There was something special about that night that I just can't put my finger on. His name? Parzival, I think it was. So is that supposed to be Percival from the Arthurian legend? From the Arthurian motif. I think we're going to have one here. gonna have.
Write it out.
Couldn't stop it. Goober, how's it going? Wait, today's Memorial Day, right? Not Labor Day. Isn't that in November? Goober, we're doing a redraw for the thing, so you can still have another chance to win, as you might have surmised. Oh, you're in a college town. Yeah, so there's a little bit up there, huh? Check if Yushis could be promoted. Oh, yeah. That's right. I didn't even think about it. Oh, good old Yushis. Georgia crossed the $4 mark. Ours just crossed that fairly recently. We generally have pretty affordable gas down here. What? DD Dragon, how'd you not know that you had an ogre battle? That's like a crown jewel type card. At least, you know, nobody can top California. I used to live in California. Every once in a while, I'll hear about California gas rates from friends that I have down there. And my goodness, there's some wild things. I did see a photograph of gas prices over $9 in one specific city in California. Whew. All right. Well, we're not gonna get too political in here, but you know, so it's California, and the California gonna California. Yeah. I mean, I can't make comments basically, but the gas prices are insane. Hey, how's it going, Blossom? Should you play Eternal Poison for PS2? No, of course not. You should play The Lord of the Rings: The Third Age for PS2. That's what you should play. The better, the Thinking Man's Final Fantasy X. That's what you should play. Right? I couldn't believe I didn't know how I could forget. I don't know how you could forget it either. Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Like, I just don't want to get into partisan debates or anything. Or I don't want anybody to clip me and be like, did you know? Like, I try to be very apolitical in this avatar, in this character. And I'll save the rest of that stuff for where it really matters. But yeah, online, they'll eat you alive, you know. I was called alt-right and woke on the same day, so people don't know. 10 is better? Well, the Final Fantasy X doesn't have the One Ring, so boom, gotcha. Oh, here we got the everything is political. So for me, if that's true, which I'm not convinced that it is, if it's true, then there's certainly degrees of political nature to things, right? One could say that the RNC is vastly more political than a daisy growing in my front lawn. But I think that everything is political essentially means that human beings are good at figuring out how to make everything political. But I don't think, like, if there were no human beings on this planet, there's nothing political about it, because human beings do politics, you know? So, or vastly advanced animals do politics. Yeah, socially and politically agnostic on stream. Degrees of all political nature. I've made some political statements, but I generally avoid it on this, because people will groupthink it. They'll put you they'll put you into camps and things like that. I don't really want that. So chickens have politics too. Obey the pecking order. Well done. Lord of the Rings doesn't have. Hey, I already said Lord of the Rings has the One Ring. Okay, when's the last time that Final Fantasy inspired, you know, 70 years of literary genre? Okay, take that fun. I'm just kidding. Final Fantasy X is obviously the better game. Yeah, I'll keep the card. What the hey? No, I don't want it. Being apolitical is cowardly, assuming you dislike the current state of things. If you don't, well, Blossom, go to hell. No, just kidding. Yeah, I disagree, and I don't care. If you think I'm a coward, You can go ahead and think that. But frankly, piss off. I don't care. That's typically what, you know, people for whom everything is political will say. It's like, you don't agree with my extremist nature of looking at life? How dare you be a coward? It is said that King Gran of Zenobia found the Grail in the shrine of Kulin. Gran took the Grail back to Zenobia and used it to rule his people. No one alive has ever seen the Grail, and no one is sure if it even exists. Lord of the Rings is giant fetch quest. No, it's not. It's the opposite of a fetch quest. They didn't go to the volcano to pick up the ring. Did you read the book? Lord of the Rings is the opposite of a fetch quest. Lord of the Rings is a drop-off quest, not a fetch quest. Oh my goodness. You don't need to give me more reasons to like it. Ah, I got him with the blitzball thing. Oh, we're gonna fight it out. Okay, let's see. Now I'm picturing the Tower of Barad-dûr with a giant exclamation point quest marker over it. That's been done, I'm sure. I'm sure that has been done because the gamification of the Lord of the Rings is very prevalent. There's been a lot of attempts. They are making, I forget who it was. It's not Westwood. No, it's whoever's made Kingdom Come. They're making an upcoming open world Middle Earth game, and I am very much anticipating it, but also not too excited for it. You know. So I can't get too excited for the Lord of the Rings stuff, or Middle Earth stuff, because there's been a lot of butchered stuff. Lord of the Rings is an epic tale of recycling, as in the Lord of the Rings. No, wait, I don't understand the comment. Is it that the in-universe characters recycle things in universe, or is it that J.R.R. Tolkien recycled concepts into a new story, the Lord of the Rings, or is it that creators after the Lord of the Rings have recycled concepts into new things? Because it could be all of those things, right? I'm glad you're not saying we should talk about this stuff constantly, because mostly it sucks. Mostly it's name calling, as we just discovered Blossom. Mostly it's demonization. Mostly it's screaming and finger pointing. And there's a huge reason why nobody wants to talk about politics, except for people who are super political. Hey, cool, I picked up that neat ring thing along the way. I mean, I guess picking it up is a fetch quest, but in Lord of the Rings, he inherits it, so it's not even a fetch quest. The volcano is an NPC. You need a spanking. Like, not, you know, just with a paddle. Like a wooden spoon. That's what you need, DD Dragon. Warhorse Studios. Could be good. You're gonna get hyped? Uh-oh. See, this is where it can get a little dicey. It could. Because hype is the betrayer. Hype is the big destroyer of feelings. Now, there's a lot there that could go sour. There's a lot there that couldn't go sour, though, you know? I mean, to be fair. I just want... Here's what I would want, okay? As a lifelong Tolkien fan. I want an RPG that admires and respects the source material, doesn't try and turn it into something it's not, and explores things beyond just the arc of the narrative in the Lord of the Rings itself, because that could be really exciting. Now, as I understand it, they don't have any rights to adapt the Silmarillion, anything from the, you know, the typical, nothing from the First Age or Second Age, blah, blah. But it could be really cool.
General Luvalon is said to be the best swordsman of the Four Devas. It's also said that he bathed in dragon's blood and is now invincible. Would you like me to use my magic to find Luvalon's weakness?
Whoa. Yes. Oh, yeah, no. So we're not going to do this. We're not going to do it. Let's see. They're taking a ring back to where it was made and unmaking it back to molten metal. They're not well, no, I don't think they're unmaking it back to molten metal. Because then that would imply that they're extracting the metal back out, right? Which you gotta wonder, if somebody wrote a sequel to The Lord of the Rings, that's what you would do, is you try and figure out how to recycle the ring back into it, you know? I love the idea that you said it's a quest of recycling, though. I think that is really funny. I hear you put holes in the panel. Oh, I can confirm. You're excited to be either disappointed greatly or moderately pleased. Well, I see. Oh, well. Yes. I mean, anything could happen, you know? That's the exciting thing, is you never know. With this industry, you really never know what you're going to get. It could be really bad. Or it could be pretty good. The big guarantee is that it will be something that you've already experienced. That's the big guarantee. This is, you know, I often say there's nothing new under the sun. This is the industry for which there's definitely nothing new. But that's okay, because if you like games, that's what you get. You get more of that. Let's see if we catch up on chat here. Lord of the Rings is Sam going on an escort quest. Oh my gosh. The crouchy slow walk stealth quest? That's like half of Fellowship of the Ring. Oh, are we still talking about politics, Blossom? So let me hopefully this will sate your curiosity. So what I specifically said for myself is I don't talk about it on this avatar. So as the well-read mage, I don't talk about politics. Now that doesn't mean I don't think politics are important. It means I have focus on this character. In my real life, in the activism that I've done, in the charity that I've done, in the community events that I've done, I do talk about politics and I do get involved in politics. But I like to keep that element of my life private. In the same way that I have a family, I have a beautiful wife and children. I rarely talk about them or show images of them, or videos certainly, with this account. And the reason for that is to keep that persona separate, knowing that the internet is the internet. So there's something analogous there to the way that I treat politics with this character. So I am not in an extreme of never talking about it at all. But if we're going to talk about, if we're comparing those two extremes, people who get super sucked into it and talk about it all the time versus people who never talk about it, I would rather hang out with people who never talk about it. They generally seem to be much more pleasant people. Be super cool for it to not be about rings at all. Just, yes, that would be really cool. I think that would be really cool. As much as I like, ironically, The Lord of the Rings, The Third Age, I think one of the dullest things is that it just follows the Fellowship through the story. It would be much more interesting, I think, to have something that didn't do that. Let's see. Wonder how you're strapped for cash while mine is fine. John, don't go there, John. I already scolded you for that previously. Don't do it. If you're hoping to reunify the continent, you will need the power of the Grail. Even King Grond found the Grail somewhere on the continent and used it to make Zenobia a stronger nation. You know what, to your point, Baron, you know what I'd love to see someday is an adaptation of Children of Húrin. I think that would make an excellent game or movie or anime, but there's a very slim chance that that will ever be unlocked for adapting by the Tolkien Foundation. So tis what it is, though. Estate, not foundation. That's not what I meant. Let me see here. Metal for the Ring came from the magma under the Mount Doom in the first place, so it just go back to where it began, not a pejorative use of recycling at all. Well, I don't know that it entirely came from the magma, right? Like, it could be made of all kinds of different things. Definitely the fires of Mount Doom, like Doom as a furnace. And I'm being totally serious right now, as somebody who's read virtually the entire Legendarium, barring a few entries in the history of Middle-earth. I don't think it's made from the magma in Mount Doom. I think Mount Doom was used as the furnace to cast and fire the ring. But we're never specifically told by Tolkien what what the rings of power are made of, which I think is really interesting. So they didn't sell the Lord of the Rings to Amazon. They sold the rights to adapt, not the Lord of the Rings, to adapt the appendices at the end of the Lord of the Rings into a TV show. So somebody can still make a Lord of the Rings movie or game, but Amazon now has the right, and they paid like a ridiculous amount of money for it too, like an insane amount of money to just adapt appendices. So it is one. It's like one of the most expensive IPs in the world. Okay, let's start moving in here. Why don't we try hitting them with this unit? What does Debonair have here? Why the heck not? We'll try hitting with that unit, and this is Tristan. We'll try hitting him with this unit as well. We'll just swamp in. I'll tell you what. You wanted a heated debate. Let's talk about how good an Indo is. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Let me scroll up. What are we talking about? Oh, Baron. Oh, this is a comment on the politics thing? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this for me is a game oriented account. So it's not a politics account, and it's not even meant to reflect my it's not like a blog or vlog account or anything like that. It doesn't really reflect my real life opinions on anything beyond video games. But yeah, we've got multinational stuff here, and I tend to agree with you. I think that most people will just kind of slip into whatever camp they're already in, and most political argumentation I've ever seen online tends to be not fruitful anyway, but argumentation it is. There we go. So that means that DD Dragon, that means that you could make a Lord of the Rings video game. And I mentioned this a while ago, but I think we need to make a Middle-earth mod for Final Fantasy 1. I think that'd be super cool. It'd be super cool, and you should do it and allow me to play it on stream. Mr. Tempered was talking about doing that. God bless him. Where is that guy? He should be hassling me today.
Ha ha ha! Bet you thought the Grail was here, didn't you? Wrong. Hey, don't get mad. Let me give you a juicy bit of information. Do you know who originally found the Grail? His name was Parzival. After he found the Grail, he was said to have disappeared with it at the command of King Gran. If that's true, then Parzival is the only one who knows where the Grail is now.
Well, good for Parzival. No! I didn't want that to happen. That's okay. We got a lot of boots. Take that. How you like them apples? Yeah, if you use a boots item, you can teleport between towns that you've already cleared, which is really cool. Really cool. Or I haven't gotten into the game. Well, you gotta get further. You gotta get further. Hot take. Figaro couldn't have possibly been a power nation if the Gestalian Empire easily conquered most of the world. I don't disagree. I really don't. That's a great idea. See? People can make game hacks, should get on it. Do a whole series of Lord of the Ring realm hacks. Yes! Yes! And dip into some of like the First Age stuff. The Elder Days stuff. Some of the wars against Morgoth Malgrim. Do it. Do it. Bauglir. Like when they're trying to get the Silmarils and have some voice acting with people over-pronouncing things. Gwyneth Dior. The children of Húrin. You should definitely do it. One item can return a unit to base, I think, and another lets you teleport. Oh yeah, so I use boots to jump between things, and then summons takes you back to the summons takes you to the Lord right? And then Bell takes you back to base, I think. Yeah, I mean, you got to think too of like, here's something for old RPGs that I think is a little silly. Like, some of the nations will just be like a single castle. Like, there's no agriculture, there's no anything really. And then they wonder why they get overthrown by the Empire. It's like, you guys were set up for disaster, honestly. Yeah, we'll hit them with these 3. Like Figaro, they dumped all their funds into making their castle go underground. But like, how strong was their economy or anything?
So, the High Monk couldn't stop you. You're quite strong. We'll see how you can do against me. You won't be able to take me as easily as you did him. Today, we battle for the Grail.
Yeah, so I don't... Twitch, let me explain, John. Okay, so on Twitch, the chat is obsessed with Anindo because they know I didn't like Anindo. And then there's like 3 or 4 people in chat who like really like Anindo for some reason. I don't know. They needed extra personality. So it's a recurring gag to keep bringing up Anindo. I didn't care for it. There's a super fan that's usually in here who himself didn't beat Anindo, but I would make Lord of the Rings into Draken and Anindo is a joke line for sure. We could all do the voices. Here we go. Now we're okay. Who would you voice? Let's do this. Who, if you had your dream pick for a, like if we did a fan cast for a Lord of the Rings video game, what character in the Lord of the Rings would you love to voice? You could be anybody. Keep the music that Red loves. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't understand what drives the Figaro economy. I really don't. Like weapon exports? Were they selling weapons? Oh, Wormtongue? Oh, that would be a really fun role, I think. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to do leader, and then we'll hit him with a bunch of stuff. There's a space on the bingo card. That's right. Where is the bingo card? Here we go. Okay, here's the bingo card. This was made by our own Major Rage TV. You'd voice Gimli? That would be cool. So would you do like a John Rhys Davies, Sean Connery Gimli, or what would you do? We haven't done the Luca voice for a long time. Part of you would love to do someone really regal. Someone ridiculous like Merry Pippin. I think Theoden would be really enjoyable. And a very regal character. I really, one of the unfair... There are not completely unfair criticisms of Tolkien. But one of the unfair criticisms of Tolkien is that his characters are too static, too perfectly good or evil. I was like, isn't one of the central mechanics of the Lord of the Rings that there is a thing that tempts people to jump from good to evil? There are plenty of grayer characters, and there are some characters that have to do some hefty redemption. But the last time that I read through Lord of the Rings, I really found the character of Theoden compelling. Somebody who is consistently haunted by his past failures and a sense of inferiority. Oh, Wesley Shantz over there. Just in time to mention Treebeard. And Imp Black Belt, thanks for joining us. How are you? Hey, we're currently talking about if we ever did a Lord of the Rings video game or mod, what would be your dream character to voice? And you would do a Shrek-like Gimli? Would you like a Mike Myers Gimli? That would be very strange. It was hilarious. Seriously doubt anyone likes Nintendo with the way the game is. John knows what's up. But yeah, no, there's like 3 people in here on the Twitch side who consistently are like, Nintendo, I loved it so much, so I married it, kind of thing. Oh yeah, Linguistic Dragon, one of the elves. Elrond. Elrond half-elven. Gotta do a Morgan Freeman impression for Merry or Pippin? That would be interesting. I feel like I'm back at the Green Dragon, with my feet up on a saddle after a hard day's work. Only I've never done a hard day's work. He just pushes him off the wall. Yeah, it wouldn't work so well as the story of the Fellowship was morally ambiguous. For sure, there's moral ambiguity within the Fellowship. I think that Aragorn is a character for whom there's less moral ambiguity, but Boromir, there's a ton of moral ambiguity. Frodo, you know, the climax of the whole story, there's moral ambiguity. Gollum, certainly, there's moral ambiguity. Just came off a very long work week. Well, get some rest. Oh, you could have it all and do Tom Bombadil, but then you'd have to sing. Hey, Tom Bombadil, Tom Bombadillo. If you were voicing a character, give you one of the hobbits. Yes, because deep down, we're all hobbits. The most relatable fantasy hero of all time is Bilbo Baggins. I've said this before. Most relatable hero of fantasy of all time, Bilbo Baggins, because he just wants to stay home and get fat. That's everybody's dream, essentially. You know, just leave me alone. Let me stay home and eat my pastries. All right? Most relatable character. Hey, we did it. That wasn't so bad. Could put Tom in the game. Wouldn't be truly at him. Oh, Tom's got to be in there.
I'm glad I could meet warriors as strong as yourselves. Please take this sword. It's fit only for victors. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Okay, we got the bison. We're still battling ogres. We're nearly done. I think we've got 3 maps left. The moral ambiguity is introduced by the ring, which is makes it interesting for sure. And there's also 2 other things I'd mention, Baron Redwing, in terms of the moral ambiguity in Middle-earth. There's the backdrop of a ton of history that introduces a layer of moral ambiguity. So it's not like elves are always good, right? Some of the elves that they meet in The Lord of the Rings participated in a kinslaying where elves killed elves, you know, millennia ago. And some of that affects how those characters' fates play out. There's also the fact, and I've never heard anybody talk about this, but The Lord of the Rings, not Middle-earth, The Lord of the Rings is the last major story that takes place in that universe. And The Lord of the Rings is a dystopian novel. Think about that. Next time you read Lord of the Rings or watch The Lord of the Rings, think about it. The Lord of the Rings is a post-dystopia, or a post-apocalyptic. It's a dystopian novel. Like, almost everything is wrecked or in a state of rapid decay. Entire cultures have been wiped out or diminished. Your church choir? Oh, you could do the Bombadil in. Yeah. He just wants to eat and stay home. Yeah, there you go. Oh, absolutely. You could totally see the influence from World War I. But yeah, you've got, you know, these elven civilizations that are way over the hill. Hobbit pun. You've got, you know, a few kingdoms of men that are still thriving, but they're all far removed from the glorious civilizations that they used to have. Oh, here's Yushi's. You were right, John. Seraphim. Oh, yeah. Makes me a little uncomfortable there, but we're good. We're good. The Brown Wizard. You'd be Radagast the Brown. He does have a role in Lord of the Rings, so you could do it. Make it so Frodo becomes a Shadow Wraith. Ooh. Very clear. Scouring of the Shire. The Shire, too, it's the uniqueness of the Shire is that it is the one place that has not been affected by the dramatic decay and corruption in Middle-earth. Everything else is in a state of fall. As Chance, I know you'll know this. Tolkien said that the work is essentially about the fall, capital F. Everything is about a kind of downward spiral. By the time you get to the Lord of the Rings, you're at the bottom. It was as if Sauron wasn't a thing. Exactly. And then it was guarded for all these generations too. Okay, time for the next map. It is City of Xanadu. Oh yeah, we got to go back for the Grail. That's right. Ooh, thanks for the reminder there. Let's go do that. Sauron. Got to make sure you get the over pronunciation. That was one of the roughest things trying to watch the Amazon series, is they hugely overpronounce everything. So it's not Sauron, it's Sauron. Gonna make sure you get that in there. It's not Galadriel, it's Galadriel. It's alright, it feels good. I couldn't do... No, I watched both seasons. I did. I don't know if I could do a third season of Rings of Power. I really don't. Sweet and Sauron? So there's a Middle-earth themed pub downtown nearby. It's like an hour away. I've wanted to go there, and I wonder if they've got a sweet and sour dish, and it's sweet and Sauron, you know. Indeed says, I know the elves leave at the end of The Lord of the Rings, but I thought Tolkien threw in signs of hope that it was more of a change in age, in the age of man was beginning. Yes, exactly. With the elves departing Middle-earth, it is sort of the closure of this millennia-long descent, right? And then now, you know, Morgoth is gone, the first Dark Lord. Sauron is gone, the second. Now the men are taking over. You could argue whether or not today is better or worse than Middle-earth. I think in many ways it's better. We've got toilets. That's pretty good. Electricity. Parzival, I'm glad to see you've made it this far. My name is Parzival. In place of King Gran, I've guarded the Grail until this very day. The stories I've heard are true. You, European, are without doubt a true hero. Please accept the Grail. You're destined to be its next keeper. Please use this Grail to calm this land and bring relief to this suffering. We got a Grail. Sweet. We did it. Well, that was way easier than on Indiana Jones. You like the series? It wasn't perfect. I can agree with you there. Fun is always subjective. So there were moments where I was like, oh, like when they show, oh, don't tell me, Telperion and freaking, why can't I remember, Lim, oh, shoot, I can't remember the name of the second tree in Valinor. Telperion and Limrodel or something like that. Darn it. Linguistic dragon. There it is! How you were gonna say it? Lorelin. That's totally not his voice. What are you talking about? He just did that voice. That was absolutely his voice. Alright, let me pull up the next map. Yeah, fun is subjective. And that's fine. If you had fun with it, I can't take that away from you, and I don't want to take that away from you. Life is miserable. You need to find the fun where you can find it, you know? Let's see. Let's go Grail time. It's not really a Grail. It's just a beacon that happens to be Grail shaped. Oh, how's it going, Mr. Thou? What's going on? The Tolkien factoids I know simply because Lord of the Rings online server names. Lorelin and Telperion. I can always remember Telperion because it sounds like a Pokemon name. And I always forget the freaking Lorelin. So City of Xanadu is next, isn't it? Let me do one last call for the giveaway. If you would like to do the giveaway, if you would like to participate in the giveaway, you may participate in the giveaway, and I'm going to draw that pretty soon. Where was the killer bunny? Where was Sean Connery?
Saying the penitent man shall pass. Now where's that Nazi woman?
Like, okay, Sean Connery. I don't really like survival crafting games. Not a fan of Palworld, Pokemon, a bunch of other games of various genres. Get the appeal? Oh, yeah, we're talking about fun factor. For sure. Yeah. Like I played Rocket League, and I was like, I can see how this is fun, but it's not the fun that I enjoy, you know? It's a great outlook, for sure. Crazy, because you know what? People will be like, the one that I run into all the time is people be like, they should stop making turn-based games. I was like, what about people who like turn-based games? It's not like I'm out here saying they should stop making action games. They should stop making shooter games because I don't personally play them. It's like, well, like, how is that the other person's problem? Okay, City of Xanadu used Ronnie in the boss fight with Hikash. Okay, let's take care of that today. City of Xanadu. Yeah, for me, crafting and catching games, I do a lot of that too. Like, I try to get my brother into my kid brother into like Stardew Valley and stuff like that. And he's just, it's too different. Like he can't focus. This is an enormous map. Oh, I remember this map. I do remember this map, laddie. Okay, let's go ahead and just deploy a bunch of different units and stuff like that, you know? It'd be cool. Mr. Temper's strategy of beelining to their HQ. Oh, and then what? Come back for all the stuff afterwards? Oh, but stuff. I love stuff. 9 hours straight. Wow. That's pretty cool. Well done. Yeah, I love Stardew Valley. There's a big update coming and I will be playing it all over again, you know? Snow level. Snow levels on games like this always make me think of what do they make me think of? Oh, Command and Conquer. I don't know why. Acknowledged. Go all the way up here. What's up, John MCD86? That's a good question. So right now we're just trying to get the best ending. We've been following a guide for that. After that, I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do. But yeah, welcome to you. Thanks for popping in. How the heck are you? Are we familiar with each other? Have we hung out before? Like in person? No, not in person. Like elsewhere on the internet, you know? Otherwise, I can give you the whole introductory spiel. We'll lose reputation here at any visible town and temple. Oh, really? Well, that's shocking. Why'd they do that? She's not much of a gamer, but we play a little now and then. So when the game resonates. That game, yeah. If Stardew Valley resonates, whoo, that's a game you can get sucked into. So I want it, but also don't. Yeah, I shot for it the last time. I didn't have everything like high enough. So okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go straight to the. Let's go straight to the boss. I spent a lot of money on this. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna reset them. Because if we just need to rush the boss, we'll save some money there. Well, you're new here, just an SNES RPG enthusiast. Cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thanks. You're in good company if you're an SNES RPG enthusiast. My name's Moses, aka the Well-Read Mage. I'm a writer and author. And we are playing through every Super Nintendo RPG. Let me give you my list here that we've been following. This is all of them plus RPG hybrids released in English officially during the lifespan of the system. I wrote a book, Volume 1, on these games and published it last year, and we'll be publishing Volume 2 in the future. And we've only got 4 of these left, John MCD86. We've got Might and Magic 2, Might and Magic 3, Super Ninja Boy, and Terranigma. Terranigma we're going to end with. It feels right to do that. And it was the last... let's see, who has Ronnie in their team? It was the last RPG released in English for this system, so That's what we're gonna go with. Oh, right here. Okay, this is Tristan's group. We'll just go ahead and send Tristan out. And he could just go ahead and plow through everything, I imagine. Ideally. We'll see how. Okay, let me drop this down. The Might and Magic's still looming. Oh, you saw somebody streaming Super Ninja Boy the other day, huh? They might have been playing it on in Nindo. Oof, yeah, that was a rough one. That one I had to beat off stream because it was a stream killer. Nobody wanted to watch a Nindo. And we've got some Nindo super fans in chat, but Nindo oof means you're like my new best friend because I could not let that game. You once tried to do a spiel like mine and accidentally introduced yourself with my name? Oh, that's hilarious. That's wonderful. That is really That's funny. Yeah, you gotta memorize a spiel for Major Rage. The Might and Magics are still looming. No, Sarge Smash, no. Arcana. Arcana was a cool game. I did not play Arcana when I was a kid, so that was totally new experience for me. Some games that I hadn't played as a kid that I really loved, Ogre Battle. Lufia 2, holy smokes. I think Lufia 2 is up there with some of the best on this system. Really, there are some really amazing RPGs on the Super Nintendo. So once we finish the SNES lineup of RPGs, we're ideally going to start the Super Famicom RPGs, using any fan translations that we can find that are good. And there will be games that have incomplete or non-existent fan translations, in which case we're going to probably use machine translation and just see how far we can get through that. Because I don't speak Japanese. Mary, call the American Embassy! Never owned it. Oh, yeah. So Super Ninja Boy, it's on NSO, if anybody has a Switch and has that and wants to check it out. It's also really affordable. Like, I found Super Ninja Boy for like 20 bucks at like a local retro store at one point. You were so embarrassed, but that's hilarious though. Major Rage, that's hilarious, and it's pretty endearing too. I don't think that's that bad of a mistake. Retrograde Amnesia podcast. So I have heard of them. I don't think I've heard an episode. Can't commiserate with you on the Eminem 2 anymore. Just finished that one myself a few days ago. Oh boy. Oh, you didn't play the SNES versions though, right? Because those are supposedly the glitchiest right there. How's it going? Oh, you prefer regular Samurai Girl? That's the anti-sequel. Regular Nintendo. See, this guy knows what's up. Cinco, welcome. How are you doing today? How's everything? How's the book? How's the fam? How's the career? How's your perspectives in life? How's your mental health? How's the state of Cinco doing? DOS version? Lucky. Aegis? Where's Aegis? I don't see him in chat. What's going on? Somebody... There it is. Aegis 5-stream streak. Welcome, Aegis. Hi, Tired, I'm Dad. Just bought ISBN. Oh, yeah, that is getting real. Dang, dude. I will look out for you the next time I go into Barnes & Noble. Congratulations. That's my kid's least favorite joke that I'll tell is the hi, I'm dead. What was my son saying this morning? Oh, we finished eating and he's like, well, I am full. I was like, hi, full, I'm Dad. And he just looked at me. If a look could curdle milk. That's what I was saying. Take a nap. Yeah, congrats on the ISBN. That is really real. That is really real. That's great. And it's inspiring to see. I told that to the video game library too this morning, who's expanding his concept as well. There's a lot of people doing good stuff. That, to me personally, that is personally inspiring to see good people do good stuff, put good work out there, create content that's not just like the same old, you know. Bam, bada, bam. Come on, get him. Gotta have a few attacks left. Oh yeah, there we go. Easy. All right now. It's a long way. It was a really long way. Oh, arithmetician first in our hearts. Uh-oh.
Write it out.
I think my controller's dying. First. Come on now. There we go. Funny that you buy them in 10 packs. What? Who said 10 packs? This is the only stage we can recruit platinum dragons. Is that a neutral fight in here? Maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know. So, Cinco, are you sure this is the last time? And what if your Kickstarter like explodes like supernovas, just blows up with crazy success? Then would you write another book? In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure-domed decree, which would encounter on the slowly cream. Hey, more poetry, please, Wesley Shantz. More poetry. Get it from a guy selling, yeah, out of his van down by the river. Yep. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. You're writing a second book and my wife needs 2 of them, so at least 4 of them will get used. Huh?
Write it out.
No, I don't think his Kickstarter is launched yet. We would know about it for sure. I think he said August is when the Kickstarter launches. Yeah, no, I every time Cinco Play pops in here, I hound him about it. So we are not going to miss it. Don't worry about that. Oh, okay. Got it. See, I didn't have to handle the purchasing of an ISBN myself, so I don't know anything about that part of the book publication. But I didn't realize that buying a single SBN costs half as much as buying 10 of them. Well, couldn't you buy 10 and then like sell them to somebody else? You know, who might be writing in the same gaming space, kind of thing. Or you could get like a family plan and just have various people in your house, right? Oh, snowy forests are where the platinum dragons are. Oh. Well, that explains some things.
Write it out.
Where Alf the sacred river ran through caverns measureless to man, the sea. Something like that. I wish you knew more poetry by heart, too. That would be great. I once was a man from Peru. No, just kidding. The regulars in this chat don't know when the book launches. Then we've done a poor job of marketing. But don't be too hard on yourself, Cinco Play. Mr. Tempered, I was hounding him to write a book on, oh my gosh, and then Cinco. PG chat. Just remember, PG chat. Not 13. I had to take the 13 away. You give too much power to chat and they start, you know. I know I was hounding Mr. Tempered to write a book on blunt forcing video games. I think that'd be pretty cool. But, you know. See, Nindo, John, you got to understand over on YouTube. Nindo's a gag. It's a running joke around here. That's the thing. People know I don't like Nindo. This is why you never let people know things you don't like, because then they'll say it. So one of my friends that pops in here from time to time, New Age Retro Mage, he made the mistake of letting the internet know that he doesn't like Alf, like the alien from that sitcom. So now people will just send him random pictures of Alf, you know. Nindo is kind of a meme mention, you know. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't like Alf. Maybe it traumatized him as a young kid. So there are things that I really don't like in real life, never mind video games, that I will never mention here in chat, because if I did, you people would mention it as often as possible. We don't know why I don't like a Nintendo. Those who were around when I played a Nintendo would know why I like. And I mention enough times, you know, why I don't like a Nintendo. I've taken a stance now where I won't belabor the point on why I don't like a Nintendo. But I will respond. It doesn't like Chrono Trigger. You know what? I don't like people sending me random checks in the mail. I hate that. Use Alf for your testing scenarios. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. You say you don't like the music. That has to be a lie because the music is great. You're baiting me right here, Ravaging Justice. Bait is for fish. I'm a man. I am not an animal. I am a man. Can't take Twitch viewers seriously. Y'all are getting thrashed by John is just trash talking you over there. Here's a song about how bad a Nintendo is. Ready? When you see a Nintendo by moonlight, you will be in heaven by the sea. No, just kidding. That's an old Hawaiian song. A Nintendo and heaven mentioned in the same thing. Can you be a man if you don't like a Nintendo? Yes, actually. And that may be why you have no chest hair, Ravaging Justice. If you let go of the Nintendo, it's not even affection, addiction, then puberty will hit finally. It's true. I'm telling this to the guy who just had a baby. The irony. Like I swim back when I worked. Swim on. Yes, swim on. Worked in pulling out your chest hair. That's painful. That is painful. Worked in VR tracking since test tracker was a dummy with Nicolas Cage's face. That's great. Well, that's good. Nice healthy child. That's good. But yeah, pulling out, just for me it was facial hair. I don't know if you have facial hair. I had a decent beard, and I still do when my kids were babies. And that's the first thing they reach for. You know, you go, hi, look at you. Oh, yeah, look at you. Little baby talk. And then boom. Well, of course you're clean shaven. You like a Nintendo. So don't. You could probably grow some hair on your face if you stopped with the Nintendo love. No, just don't. Okay? Don't. I mean, take it from me. A man with a fully healthy face of hair. I have so much hair, it looks like I'm wearing a wolf man mask. At all times. Ooh, somebody got auto-modded. See that? Yeah, right there. That's why auto-mod is here, because this is a PG chat, alright? This is a PG chat. And into affliction, there you go. Affection or infection? Or yes. Yes. You know what? If I made the rules, I would make it so that we wouldn't have affection. Or so we wouldn't have affect and effect, because that's just yeah, no, I set automod to never accept anything in chat that besmirches facial hair. Your beard complaints will be blocked on site. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. For a supposed RPG about ninjas as a poor take on it, but give credit for being almost historically accurate about Japan's history. Well said, John. Yeah, I've gone over that road about 1,000 times. I think there's cool ideas in a Ninja Way the Ninja. But what a lousy game. Clean shaven until around 15 years ago. Oh, that was when you decided you didn't like a Ninja Way the Ninja, right? No, it wasn't. Ravaging Justice, no. It wasn't about beard besmirching. It was about, you know, keeping the chat clean. The proud beard dude, I can't deny it, ain't all beard thrashing. Yeah, Major Rage is a mod, right? Now, see, we like to keep it balanced here, too. So we've got 2 mods in chat. Major Rage is our beard mod. And, okay, I just wanted to be sure that you were kidding. And then Cinco Play, who is about as smooth as a baby's bottom. I mean, the man grew one facial hair once, right in the middle of his dimple chin. And it was long too. It was like an 8-inch hair just coming out from the bottom of his thick, lush, individual hair coming out of the butt chin. Right? And then he cut it off and it never grew back. You're literally a bear. Chat's fun today. Quick on the draw this time. I'm always quick on the draw, you know? I'm very quick. I'm quickity quack. Especially like today, I feel good. Because you know why? Because I had a really good lunch just before I got on. Woo! Okay.
Overlord Hikosh, Ronnie. That I will have to face you in battle. Father, put down your sword. The Empire is finished. You must have noticed the change in Empress Endora. She's a blemish on the honor of the Highlands. Shut up! We are a noble family who have always been supported by Her Highness. I must protect her to the end. Why do you not understand this? But Father, No, I understand. You must follow the path that you believe in. You need not make the same mistake. I fight for my queen and for my own honor and pride. Now draw your sword, Ronnie. Show me the strength of a paladin. Okay, Poppy.
Hello, Papa.
Here we go. Dude, a half beard? So what, like Two-Face status? Oh, look at this sprite though. Holy smoles. That is pretty nice looking. That is pretty great. Yeah, you guys can just get out of here. What is a man? So wait, you did a half beard. So does that mean one side of your face was clean shaven and the other side was easy top? Is that what you're saying to me? All right, take this guy out. Let's use a damage spell just to make sure we got the edge here. I mean, that's just taking up space.
Find a paladin. Now that's a paddlin.
Paladin. I'm glad you're here. I'm always glad you're here, New Age Retro Mage. Thanks for being here today. Left half of face was clean shaven, right half was full beard. Oh, you did do it that way. Why? Oh, what was the reaction?
Did you get a lot of ladies?
Or was it just like people recoiled in horror? They directed their children to look away. They're like, don't look at them, Billy. You might catch the ugly. No, maybe it looked amazing. I don't know. Father, speak to me, Father!
I'm sorry that your father is such a foolish man, Ronnie. But remember this. I'm very proud of you, Ronnie. Proud to have a daughter like you. Please, stop Her Highness. She's been misled by Rashidi. Please do this, Ronnie. And remember that your father loved you very much.
Father! All right, we did it. That was 2 maps in one day. Can we finish this game today? How many maps are left? Like 2 maps? Felt like a lot of jealousy, but mostly just men asked why women thought it was hilarious. Didn't cause any problems with the ladies. Well, that's great. You got one of those faces that looks good clean shaven and not clean shaven. See, for me, my face looks like a grape. If I shave the whole... No, I'm probably more appropriate like a coconut. If I shave the whole thing off, I look like I'm like 16 again. I gotta have the beard. And that was pretty fast. You know why? Because we just rushed the boss. That's why. Like a lot of just mostly men just asked. Oh yeah, I did read that. All right, so I gotta go back. The half beard worked enough. It completed the illusion. Okay. Oh yeah, there's only 2. There are only 2 maps left. Okay, so I'll probably save the last 2 ones then. But we are going to go back here and we'll try and do that. I say grape. No, not a grape. A coconut. Yeah, we're not going to do it. We're not going to rush it. If I was rushing it, we could do it. But we're not, so I'm not going to do it. So there you are. Okay, and we'll just make it like... We'll just have like 2 groups going around. That's an expensive unit right there. I don't think so. That's like a cheaper unit. These are all expensive now. We'll do this one. They did surgery on a grape? Was it to turn it from seedless back into a seed grape? Actually, I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, though, hey, all right. So if I can get these now, right? It's not going to affect my reputation. You have to hide bad frown lines. Terrible RBF. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Yeah, we could look for the plat dragons.
Said seagulls gonna come, poke you in the coconut. Yeah, they did. They did. How you going like, huh? Ha 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 ha. Yes.
Have you ever seen the Yoda puppet show?
Oh, banana.
It's great. It's basically just screaming and laughing in that voice the whole time. I betray the gods by following black magic. I have no right to be called a monk. We're now beginning to rebuild the Roshian temple. Steve Watts. No rep loss? Okay, that's good. Whew. Bad lip reading. You know it. The good stuff in life. There's some good ones. There are some really good ones for BLR. Alright, probably gonna need a map for this, huh? What was this? Xanadu? Okay, let's see. Cleared this. Justice is blind, so I hear. I heard that the paladins were executed by Prince Garrus in Zetagenia. What could be happening there? I don't know. Something bad. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in it. No, what are you doing? Isn't Yoda's real name Grogu now? So I thought that Grogu and Yoda were supposed to be two different people because the whole Luke Skywalker appeared at the end of Mandalorian, meaning Baby Yoda couldn't actually be Yoda himself kind of thing. I don't know. Star Wars doesn't make sense anymore anyway, you know? Huh? They kind of just turned it into corporate dribble at this point. That's just my opinion, though. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. I heard that the paladins were executed by Prince Garrus. So the rep drops when you take these over. Why? Why do they do that? That's wild. Yeah, so that's the answer. Is they're two different entities. As far as I know, I didn't see the new movie that they made. I saw The Mandalorian. Unless there's some like time warp thing or he reincarnated or I don't know. I think DD Dragon saw it. Can you confirm or deny? Oh, yeah, RBF. I got it. They're two different creatures? Okay. Yeah. So that's what the show posited, but yeah, I haven't seen the movie. Oh, what can we buy here? Ooh, what is Folio? Tome of Myths, a record of the myths of the gods. So what does this do? Folio. Yoda is Yoda, Grogu is Grogu. World very simple place. There are only things you can eat and things you know can eat. That's it. Oh, okay. Got it, John. And that's messed up right before they finish the game up, you know? Alright, let's see what else we got going on here. Thought there was... Maybe it's up a little higher. You hate yogurt? Oh, yogurt's amazing. You don't like yogurt? Yogurt's really good. I like yogurt quite a bit. After all these voices, I think I'm gonna have to have some yogurt. What is Yoda's race called, anyway? Like, what's like the gibberish word that they made up for that? Chariot. Well, I don't know. Take that. We'll replace the tower card next if I get something good. Jogurt is a yogurt. You know what? Gogurt is a yogurt. Oh, you know what? It's been a long time since I've seen Spaceballs. I would have been really cool if I played it like I was teasing or like I was baiting you into thinking that I didn't get the Spaceballs reference, but I wasn't clever enough to do that. So I just admitted that I haven't seen Spaceballs in a long, long time. Grogurt is a baby Yoda yogurt. That's hard to say. You don't know Yoda's race? It's got a... Tomemis serves the only one trading it for a full moonstone. Really? That's it? Wow. You know, I would have thought it had been something actually useful, but I guess not. Just as you say, Empress Endora is different than she used to be. Maybe the black magic. Maybe. Force goblins. Because that's a real thing. Force goblins. But for the draw for the Mandalorian was that Baby Yoda needed to be saved so that he could stuff with her. So why do we care about Grogu is because he's corporate cute bait. That's why. He's so kawaii. No, yeah, I think that was the bait and switch of the original series. But then in the finale, spoilers, like Luke Skywalker aged Return of the Jedi shows up to take care of Grogu. So, yeah, you get some of that beautiful Star Wars CGI de-aging. Everybody's favorite thing. Jogurt is a Shining Force troll character. Oh, okay. Somebody had to have done it by now in like the extended universe or anything like that. Nobody's done that. Let's see. There's actually stuff here. 800 years younger than Yoda. Wait. Yoda died at age like 900-ish, right? It was like,
When 900 years old, you reach, look as good you will not.
so Grogu can't be 800 years. Oh no, 800 years younger. Got it. I don't know why I read that as like 100 years younger, because that wouldn't make any sense. You know? Story of your life. Grogu is 55. I don't look a day over 60. Oh no! Breath of Fire 2 saves wiped. That's that is the OG hardware curse right there. Gotta love it. You know, you embrace the good with the bad. The rain shines on the just and the unjust. That sort of thing. I've never played the GBA version of Breath of Fire. I can't get past the sound of a Game Boy game. I just find myself missing the Super Nintendo too much. It's like if you went like vegan and then you're having like a tofu shaped like a steak. You know, I imagine that would be really tough. I've never tried to do that. If I did one of those things, I would be pescatarian. Because I love pesks. I love them so much. Lost my first Chrono Trigger level for all game. SNES bump. That is a terrible day. That was a day when I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. The fate of the Empire is sealed. We now need someone to lead us as we rebuild. You know what? The wonderful thing about today is that we've done like a really full stream. There's been lots of jokes. It's been fun times, but we've done both Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. discussion stuff, which is wonderful. It feels like a life truly well lived. No, not the childhood Uniracers records. Uniracers, speaking of Uniracers records, have you heard the soundtrack to Uniracers? That's just so good. It's like there's no reason for Uniracers to have that good of a soundtrack. I think it's fantastic. I bought it on vinyl. Yeah, stupid tarot cards. Look, the bar is still full at least, so there's still that. You know? That's alright. Alright, toss it. It's all because the Mage Rashidi and his war. I'm sure that Empress Endora and Prince Gary's are being controlled by Rashidi's magic. Empress Endora is a wonderful queen. Please try to save her. Yeah. Wait, why didn't we make any money? Oh, you don't make money coming back to clear stuff, right? So am I going to finish Ogre Battle today? Nah. I probably will save the next 2 maps for the next 2 streams. Just because, I don't know. Long streams for me, like anything over like 2 hours, I start to be like, I'm getting tired. So I'm just going to finish out this map and then we'll probably call it for the day. But I'm really glad folk hung out. It was good to have you around. You're losing some childhood saves while I got various cart dumpers. It is an incredible game. Very highly underrated. Goofy concept, and so I feel like a lot of people have not given it a second glance. Because like at first glance, you look at Uniracers and you're like, what is this, like shovelware? But then you play it and you're like, oh, this is actually a good game. No, not the tower card. What the balonies is this? Yeah. Something about the paladins. Don't forget the draw. Yes. Thank you. Remind me again. I'm just going to finish up this map and then we'll do the draw. So any last entries, now's the time to get them in. So there's actually another game that puts me in mind of Uniracers. And that is a game that I initially thought wasn't very good, just from childhood memories. And then I revisited it and I was like, I freaking love this game. Which, as we know, is not always a reliable barometer for whether something is good or not. But that's Rock and Roll Racing. I started playing Rock and Roll Racing again at one point. And I was like, okay, I love this. I do. I love it. It's a great game. Cool soundtrack. I wish it had a bit of a broader soundtrack. You know, more tracks, because it can get really repetitive. But I love battle racing stuff. That's so cool. I'm tempted to put one entry on there for you, Sarge Smash, just to see if your name is drawn. I'm gonna do that. We'll tempt fate here just a little bit. As to lose your mind? Yeah, we'll see if it happened. Did you ever play its predecessor, RPM Racing? Is that also on Super Nintendo? Let me look it up. It doesn't sound familiar. Oh, look at this. Yes, I have played this on a rental, though. I have not played it since. So I forgot about this game. I'm going to need instantly remember this cover art. Radical Psycho Machine Racing. Is that what it says? I got to play that. Pretty slow. Oh, the tracks have voice lyrics. That's pretty cool. I didn't know about that. Oh yeah, I imagine they could have gotten in trouble, huh, if they didn't have the license for all that music. Let's see, we'll get rid of we've got a lot of chariots here. I haven't really been using world that much, but I imagine that could be useful. Yeah, it's a really good soundtrack. That's one that when I was collecting vinyl, which I need to stop doing that now, I was looking for, but I don't know if anybody's pressed that one yet. The Genesis ones just sound like noise, to the surprise of not me. The Genesis ones sound like noise. Oh, I keep getting that int boost. That's good. Yeah, something you could just listen to on and on, huh? Elevator music. Gotta love it. Let's see. I don't think there are any other spots that I missed, so I think that's it. Those last 3. Oh, I didn't pull a card. Whoops. My mistake. You know what I replayed through recently was Yoshi's Island on SNES. And the final boss theme, when you fight Baby Bowser, holy smokes, dude. They just blew that crap out of the water. You know what? I'm gonna live a little longer just because you wrote that, Major Rage TV. That added like another 4 months onto my lifespan. I betrayed the gods by following black magic. Yeah. They're all saying the same thing here. Yeah, it's oh man, that's so good. It is really, really good. Yeah, the Genesis capability is not something I push back on, because the Genesis was certainly capable. What actually came out of the canon, generally speaking, is not always great, but the capability was certainly there. And one last one here. So this really didn't do much for us, but we did it anyways. Liberation. We did it. Sonic Streets Shmups. Hierophant. Okay, cool. So, maybe I could try for... We could try for a Platinum Dragon in the snow, huh? The snow forests. And then here we'll do maybe we'll just go back and forth like right here or something. Check out some of the stuff by Savaged Regime. What is that? Oh dang, speaking of Savaged, we're definitely going after... Oh, look at that. Definitely going after the Genesis today. Even I feel a little bad. Oh, it's just one of these guys. Knock him dead. Whoa! Not what I meant when I said knock him dead. Do you get a reputation loss if you beat up neutral characters? Because I don't want to do that. Yeah, I know. Every time I see that, I was like, yeah, that's pretty extreme naming. for some of these spell names. They didn't play around. Let's just go ahead and boot him real quick. I want to keep my fire giant though. Hey yo, what's going on, Mr. Tempered? How you doing? No. What do you mean, no, John? Oh, is it from beating up neutral characters? So I could fight neutral characters just fine. What's up, Mr. Tempered? How you doing? I didn't think you'd be able to join us today. Hey, Tempe, let me tell you, we're doing a redraw on the the giveaway from last Friday. Sarge Smash decided to opt for a redraw. So, like, he won, and he was like, hanging chads! And I was like, calm down, you won! And he's like, no, we're going to do a recount. So, it's going to happen anyway. So, good luck to you. And you can get an extra entry in. I win! No rep loss? Oh, okay, cool. I don't know. Maybe I don't care that much about Platinum Dragons. We'll just let these two stop them. Dimpled Chads, Hanging Chads, Pregnant Chads, Giga Chads, Hyper Chads, Macro Chads. She already stopped. That's okay. I don't care. Yeah, that was a weird one. For sure. I think I can say that comfortably. Okay. Boys and girls, children of all ages. Prepare your bladders for imminent release. It is time to go ahead and save it one more time, because you never know. You never know, Mr. Frodo. Sometimes you might need salt for fried chicken. Roast chicken. Get your emperor. Yeah, Mr. Temperance. That would be a change of pace right there. But it's Mr. Tempered, this guy. Okay, let's go ahead and add the new entries to today's wheel. As discussed, I have one. I have one entry for Sarge Smash. We'll see if he wins again. Doubtful, but you know what? It would be hilarious. Okay, so I need a bunch of numbers from chat. Give me numbers between 1 and 10, please. Non-zero chance. Exactly. Exactly. It's going to be Murphy's Law over here. Okay, a bunch of numbers from chat. Yes. Yes. Keep the numbers rolling in. Numbers 1 through 10. We've got a 7. And we got a 3. Oh, excuse me. In the meanwhile, let me play the song of my people. Yeah. Oh, something's added to. No, I ruined it. No, numbers between 1 and 10. 1 and 10, you fools. Oh, Bremo is here. How's it going? Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes, the guy. We love him. Okay. Let me get it up on screen here. And we will be using these numbers as well. There we go. Boom, baby. What is the meaning of this 10 you speak of? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First number is 7, so I'm going to count down 7 numbers on chat. Okay, so that's Sarge is 1, Mage is 2, Baron is 3, Dragon is 4, Obrimbo is 5, Dragon is 9, and Dragon is 1. Okay, so we're going to shuffle it once. Now I need one more number from you folks. Okay, first number in chat is gonna get it. Oh, Mr. Tempered, I'll add you in here. Whoops. Come on now. Okay, 3. Oh, you both picked 3. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to spin the wheel 3 times, and the third winner is going to be the winner. Are you ready for this? Okay, let's do it. This is the first time, so again, this is not the winner. Okay. All right, RPG man. Okay, and then we're gonna spin again. This is for ultimate randomization. La 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 la. Okay, you got Tarlin. Now this is the one. Okay, this is the one. Just land on you for 1 and 2. I thought it was. Okay, this is the real winner right here. Brace yourselves. It is Ravaging Justice. It just missed Scarlet's Major Rage TV. You're gonna get it one of these days. Good job. Hey, Ravaging Justice, congratulations to you. You won the thing. Good luck to everybody on the next one. And as per my my typical rules for giveaway, recent winners will not be eligible in the next giveaway. Justice has been done this day. Ravaging Justice should be disqualified for beard hate. You know what? You're right. You don't win, Ravaging Justice. No, just kidding. Congratulations, Ravaging Justice. So reach out to me on a DM, whichever place you think is more secure, and send me your details, and I will get this shipped out to you. I'm sure you're in the lower 48. I think you are. So there shouldn't be any problems. And yeah, good job. Good job sticking around and winning. Excellent work, Detective. So now we got to figure out what I'm going to actually give away for the next thing. I don't know. I think we talked about this. I think we were talking about doing a game next because there are some big items, but you know, it's like the shipping could be extreme with some of that stuff. You know? So we don't want to do extreme stuff, you know. So might as well give a general purpose gift card. It's got to be from the heart. It'll be from the heart. Don't worry about it. And the goal will be is to spend less money. Give away my entire game collection to the next winner. Tell you what. What about a Nintendo? Well, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You'd pay for the ship for everything? It would be a lot of money. Who's on right now? Somebody that I don't already follow. Who's on doing stuff? We could see if we can make new friends. Ustrazu. Oh, this is one you recommended last time, right? Take a peek at this. Here. Let's see what kind of stream this is. You know what? Dude looks really familiar. Okay, we will he's a cool guy? Okay. Well, I like cool guys. So we'll pop in, introduce us, you know? If the game hugs and kisses. Nice. All right, hey everybody, let's go say hi to Ustra Hazu. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm on at 1 p.m. Central. Take care.